Because I need to admit, I was once exactly this fan that I'm describing. I used to believe in the Leafs, in the Raptors, in the idea that sports could deliver something that could be transcendent if you just cared enough about it. My family has like super deep roots in the Leafs. Like, I'm from Sudbury. I'm from like the same town that Joe Bowen, the guy who calls the Leaf games, is from. My my family is close family friends with George Armstrong, who was captain of the Leafs last time that they won the Stanley Cup. A close personal friend of my grandfather. Sorry. All right, there it is. There's my dad at 7 years old with my Uncle George, who George is named after George. So this is the thing, is that even like with me working for MLSE, it wasn't just fandom, right? There's a level of inheritance that people have in a connection to this team because of their parents' connection to it. It's identity. And for a long time, like many people, I clung to it with a irrational loyalty that only sports can command in the West. People have this type of belief in something in other places in the world because they believe in something greater. Here, believe in nothing because there is nothing. So instead, we believe in sports. I believed it deeply. In 2019, I didn't just watch the Raptors make history. I participated in it. I planted the Lucky Looney under the court before Game 6 against Milwaukee. I convinced myself and everybody around us that doing such a thing would create a cosmic shift in the probability of the Raptors winning. And they did that night. And when they got past the Golden State Warriors and when Kawhi Leonard lifted the trophy, it felt like proof. Like my little esoteric ritual had somehow bent the universe. And that summer, we all believed in something bigger than basketball. But then reality came back. And just this time, 2021 against Montreal, Game 7 at home, lifeless. And for me, like something legitimately cracked. I realized I wasn't just watching a game, I was participating in a corporate ritual of manufactured drama and monetized despair. The Raptors' victory was once a moment of personal magic. It started to look less like a miracle and more like a marketing campaign. And that Lucky Looney, just another artifact of the content vault. Why? I took a video of it. And leaving it all behind it wasn't easy. But letting go of that belief felt like stepping out of a legitimate cult. Like it improved my life quality massively. And might sound melodramatic, but it's true. And so many Leaf fans who are hearing this know that it's true. The pain and the detachment, it's there, but it's necessary. Because once you step back, it becomes impossible to unsee all the things that I've been pointing out. These teams aren't sacred institutions. They're brands. They don't thrive on victory. They profit off of hope. And I wasn't a fan. I was a consumer that they were selling it to. Passively consuming it without demanding, without dictating how the resources were spent. It's such a classic microcosm of capitalism, of neoliberal society. And that's why I did this stream. That's why I wanted to do this video, because it's just a great example. So ultimately, the Leafs and this entire situation is a perfect allegory of capitalism. They embody the neoliberal logic, selling perpetual optimism without ever delivering it. Real change, which means breaking up the core, abandoning the false hope, would mean risking the profits and stability that make it so that accountability is not a thing. So instead of having to face the music and face the fans, face the fan base, the cycle just keeps running. And the more that it runs, the less chance that they have to face accountability, because as soon as Game 7 was over, the first thing that people started talking about was Mitch Marner. And that's the cycle continuing. Or what if Stolarz didn't get hurt? Like, all of these contingencies arise that you start looking at, that makes it so that you start convincing yourself, oh, you know what? Not as bad as this result. And I just need to say, being a Leaf fan is not a choice. It's an inherited condition. It's a psychic wound passed between generations, because that's the thing. It is a perpetual self-replication cycle of misery. And even if you're born into it, like anything else that you're born into, you might not have control of the conditions that you were born into. But you do know, once you see that cycle, you can act accordingly. And that's when the choice arises. And that's why I'm pleading to people who feel the way that this team has made you feel, because you have a choice. Continue consuming this internal disappointment, or recognize that the Leafs and Leafs fandom and all the capitalist spectacles that surround it are constructed. They are constructed to manipulate you into a certain way that upholds both capitalism and the Canadian state. And that, I'm not exaggerating. Like, it's where we're at. It's where we're at in the world. Rejecting this system, rejecting the Leafs, means rejecting that mental exploitation that it subjects you to. Demanding structural change, as in literally going and spending your time and money focusing on other things, or just another hockey team. Because the Leafs do not have to represent this inevitable heartbreak. They can instead symbolize power that the fans have to demand something better, something more meaningful, something more transformative. Because in the end, unless you do that, it's just going to be more build up and then more letdown. And so it's very much time to choose. Keep accepting the cycle, or break it once and for all. That's it.
Oh, land of blue, unending skies, mountains strong and sparkling snow, a sense of freedom in the wind, or the emerald fields below. To thee we brought our hopes, our dreams, for thee we stand together, our land of peace, where proudly flies the maple leaf forever. Long may it wave and grace our own blue skies and stormy weather. Within my heart, above my home, the maple leaf forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, last minute of play.
Oh, maple leaf around the world, you speak as you rise high above, of courage, peace, and quiet strength, of the Canada that I love. Remind us all, our union bound by ties we cannot sever. Bright flag revered on every ground, the maple leaf forever. Long may it wave and grace our own blue skies and stormy